Hi there everyone, just back with a final update on Hurricane Milton that is heading towards Florida. The system's turned into a Category 5 and then back down to a Category 4 and is expected to make landfall as a Category 4 within the next 8 hours. Winds currently dropped to 135 knots from 140 knots, and this system is looking worse, much worse than before, and I'll tell you why in a second, because of multiple reasons. So that's the system at the moment. The eye is starting to weaken, and you can see a line of thunderstorms building to the north and northeast of it. As it starts to weaken. So like I said in my last video, with the weakening, the system actually becomes larger and drops more rain. And this system itself is reminding me of Typhoon Yagi just a few weeks ago, when it was a Category 4 that hit the Philippines. Not the Philippines, sorry. Vietnam. Very similar. And it had the same intensity near the center as this one does, just before it makes landfall. About the same wind speed as well. But this isn't the highest wind speed. The wind speed it's still saying is 115 knots, which is slightly higher than the 110 for the strong Category 3 that I posted before. So yeah, like I said, the wind's only slightly increased, but the size of the system has gotten a lot bigger. And I'll show you some more stuff. So yeah, Yagi had that super intense white spot near the eye, which this one has, and it all builds up on the northern side of the system as this starts to weaken on the south side when making landfall. I'll just show this go through so you can see where that affects. That goes straight towards Tampa area. Tampa and everything north of Sarasota. Gets a lot of the thunderstorm and rain. But first, we're going to have a look at something else. If I can find it. Yeah. So this is the wave activity. And look at the center of this thing. It's got 9.1 meter waves. There's nowhere else in the world with that wave height at the moment. And that moves directly off the coast. So I've got a feeling a lot of these sea defences are going to be breached with that kind of height. So even here, 5.4 meters, that's probably like 10-15 kilometers off offshore. Yeah, 7.9 meters. I don't know how far that is, maybe 30 kilometers, maybe more. So nearly 8 meters, 8 meter high waves. And they will travel the direction that's moving. So yeah, massive surf. And it's not just on the west side either, it's actually on the east side afterwards. Comes through Palm Coast and Jacksonville. Daytona Beach, 5 meter waves, 4.5, 4.5. So yeah, that's going to be a big problem. The other problem is the rain and thunderstorm activity, which I'll look at now. Yeah, so a lot of it is staying north of the system as it weakens, but it's still so big. So yeah, within the next 8 hours, so there's Tampa, and that's showing 124 millimeters in 3 hours, it says. Wow. 84 millimeters. $91 millimeters. So yeah, everything's north, to the north of that system. Everything's staying north because it's being fed from the other side. It's being fed from the east side, and that's going to affect the top part of this system. So as it comes in, it's down as far as Sarasota and Venice, and then St. Petersburg, Tampa. That's all showing up all the way up to Spring Hill. That's all showing like 90 millimeters. And then as it moves through this whole area on the eastern side, from Palm Bay all the way up to Jacksonville, but especially Daytona Beach and Palm Coast. Yeah, look at that. 61 millimeters. Yeah, here we are. 106 millimeters. Between Palm Coast and Jacksonville. And that's just for like a couple of hours. So that's the second major problem. And the third thing is the time that it takes to actually clear out into the ocean again. You know, I said in my last video it might take 8 to 12 hours to clear. Well, now it's going slower, and it's looking like it could take 24 hours to clear. So if I click, I'll do 24 hours. Yeah, that's 24 hours and it's still affecting that side. So yeah, places will be getting 100 millimeters in a couple of hours, and this system's going to be hanging around for 24 hours. There's going to be a lot of places with too much water, plus those possible 6 to 8 meter waves. Scary stuff. So yeah, it's showing category 4 at landfall, and it doesn't actually weaken until way a day later. So it's going to be really strong on the backside as well. So yeah, the winds have dropped a bit, but the thunderstorm and rain severity looks very, very intense, especially on that north side. Tampa and the Palm Coast to Jacksonville that I showed. I'll just show it again now. Yeah, even when it's out here in the rain, in the middle of the ocean again, it was still showing 100 millimeters. So when it comes in, it's affecting stuff way down south as well, Naples. And then as it gets closer, this is rapid intensification on the northwestern side. And that goes directly towards Tampa area, St. Petersburg. So yeah, this is very similar to Typhoon Yagi, and that caused a lot of devastation over there. So I hope people are taking precautions to stay out of flooding areas and stuff. Take precautions to keep safe. Don't risk it. 100 millimeters of rain in 2 hours is no joke. That's all I got for now, people. Just thought I'd update. This will be the last update on it. Stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Bye.